let's review Joe Biden's nonverbal cues and his gestures. We'll have a little fun with this. We'll use his speech on Afghanistan, all right, from yesterday. Here's the first clip.
You trust the Taliban?
No, I do not.
Over the country to the Taliban?
No, I do not trust the Taliban.
So why are you going to
Is the U.S. responsible for the deaths of Afghans?
What, Mr. President, will you amplify that question, please? Will you amplify your answer, please, why you don't trust the Taliban?
It's a silly question. Do I trust the Taliban? No. But I trust the capacity of the Afghan military, who is better trained, better equipped, and more competent in terms of conducting war.
All right, trouble there. You can see he gets overloaded. So what better time to bring in former U.S. Army interrogator and body language expert Gregory Hartley back to the show. Gregory, welcome back.
Thanks, Grant. Great to be here.
What do you make of that clip?
Yeah, so all things considered, this is not a bad Joe Biden gaffe. This is not a bad stumble through. This is what happens to him when he gets in a bind. He gets a lot of pressure. Now, realize that all of us are made of the same thing. And when you get pressure, then your brain starts to dump all these hormones in and you respond. I always call it cat brain. You're thinking more like a cat than a human. This is how he comes up with things like dog face, pony soldier, and that kind of thing. He's not thinking, and whatever comes up, he grabs it and shoots with it. Here he actually did pretty well. Whatever he had prepared, he used and went off with it, even if he stumbled a bit. But yeah, that's how he gets in trouble.
I got nervous when I was watching him. When he said, oh, hold on, hold on, hold on, I was worried it was going to be the roll, crash, and burn. But let's play the next clip, because if that was system overload, this one seems like system malfunction.
We went for two reasons. One, to bring Osama bin Laden to the gates of hell, as I said at the time. The second reason was to eliminate al-Qaeda's capacity to deal with more attacks in the United States from that territory. We accomplished both of those objectives, period.
I just want to remind everybody, he didn't want the raid on bin Laden, but that's not what we're talking about. The long pause there, I actually feel for the guy when he's in that moment.
So do I. So do I. And it's, you know, if you're doing theater, people call that going up on a line. If you forget where you're at and you're reading the teleprompter, we all know that feeling. We know where things happen. But we don't usually stumble and pause for 3 seconds or whatever that was. Clearly, when you're looking at someone, you can look at their mood by looking at their energy, direction, and focus. Now, watch his hands. He starts counting and then even stops counting on his hand. As he goes internal, his eyes lose focus, and he goes internal to try to figure out where he's at. That's confusion, because low energy, his direction is scattered, meaning the arrows aren't aligned, and his focus is all internal. And I'll also tell you to watch for his forehead. When he knows that he's in dangerous territory, his forehead is up like he's asking for approval. And then as soon as he gets back on message, his forehead smooths out. Really interesting to watch.
Interesting. It absolutely is. And I'll be watching that for the next speech. So let me play another clip. This is Biden on saying something no president should ever say about the failure in Afghanistan is not happening yet, he says, which bizarre, but let's roll that one.
Mr. President, how serious was the corruption among the Afghanistan government to this mission failing there?
Well, first of all, the mission hasn't failed yet.
Awkward choice of
long
words. Yeah, go
Yeah.
home and tell your wife, I'm glad we haven't divorced yet, and see how that goes. You know?
Yeah. What do you make of the blink? He closes his eyes there for a while, too.
Yeah, if you watch, he's breaking contact. And in the beginning, I thought maybe he looked over at a monitor or something to pick up some, centering. It's possible that as he is thinking, his eyes are drifting kind of down into his left, and he blinks his eyes or closes his eyes for space. People do that all the time. And we access parts of our brain and our eyes move around. Everybody's baseline's a little different. But yeah, we move our eyes around to pick up information.
All right, just for fun, I want to play Trump at his best. He had a rally this week. Let's roll that one in real quick on the backside.
Sure. Yeah, got it.
Together we will take back the House, we will take back the Senate, and we will take back America. We're not going to let this happen.
Yeah, perfect.
Gregory,
I mean, this is Trump.
I love that guy.
I know you do. This is Trump at his best when he's not scripted, when he's on message, and then when he drives home the last message. When you watch him on a teleprompter, one thing he got from being president is he doesn't dance around and use his arms wildly anymore. He's very contained with that until he gets to drive his point. So he's right at home. He's in front of his base. So he's comfortable.
Well, Joe Biden could take some cues from President Trump. Gregory Hartley, it's always great having you on the program. Fascinating stuff.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll get you back.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.